Hey, go get it.
That's Hunter doing what he does best.
Good boy.
And this is his son in competition, Maverick.
One Maverick I can't control. He's kind of crazy.
Those two are handled by another father and son, Mike and Brandon. The four compete around the nation in dock dogs. 7-year-old Hunter, usually handled by Brandon, averages around 21 feet a jump. 1-year-old Mav and Mike get around 19 feet. The whole family is deeply involved now, and how they got into it is kind of a funny story.
And my wife just signed me up and didn't tell me, and then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, you're gonna go down and jump your dog down there. I'm like, oh, cool.
Barb signed Mike up for an open event in Clayton because she was sick of hearing him talk about dock dogs on TV.
He's like, are you serious? I go, yeah. So he was a little nervous, but...
Mike and Hunter did great at the event. Brandon got involved. Mav was born, and here we are. And the best part of traveling around the country...
It was father and son against father and son.
And Brandon isn't really shy about who won the first time.
That would be me. And Dad was a little bit proud, but a little bit disturbed.
Brandon is on the injured reserve list right now after a soccer injury, but he should be back by the World Championship in Iowa next month. Everyone is pulling at the collar, ready for that.
Oh, they're big boys. They're definitely like bull in China shop.
And Barb, she says she's just glad her boys get to spend all that time together. Because win or lose, it's father and son, man and man's best friend. She gets it. A street cracked and destroyed like a broken dinner plate.
Everything just cut loose.
And now crews are working to rebuild a road where there's a 15-foot deep crater, yesterday known as North Street.
No sewer, no water, no nothing.
Radar indicates up to 7 inches of water fell in a course of 3 hours yesterday, turning a 4-foot wide creek into an overflowing and raging river.
Once it started coming down off the hill, it plugged that culvert. When it come over the road, that's all it takes. And all of a sudden, the whole road was gone.
It's hard to believe that this is the middle of what used to be North Street. Last night, excavators came through and dug this trench in the middle of the street, hoping to divert the water and save houses. Sewage pipes under the street are broken, but crews believe the water main is all right. All homes are still standing, but there is significant water damage in most. Not good for anyone without flood insurance.
I did when I bought my house. We tried to get flood insurance because of the stream up top, and they told us that we weren't able to get it because we didn't live in a floodplain. And now this happens.
Meanwhile, Sheriff Mike Carpinelli says Lewis County legislators are working on getting help from the state.
They're going to be contacting the senator's office and seeing what kind of assistance can be done to help the community out through this.
Crews expect the reconstruction of the road and sewage system to take at least 10 days, probably longer.
You know, I guess we wait for the road to get rebuilt, and we just start to dig out.
Until then, residents will be waiting and still wondering how it happened so fast. Asa Stackel, 7 News. Carthage Central student 15-year-old Derek Holton died on Sunday morning in the town of Denmark. Police say Holton was struggling for breath and in obvious life-threatening distress after an overdose on drugs, and no one helped. Police think Holton died on the couch around 1 a.m., and the 5 females around him waited until 6 a.m. to call for help. His mother just doesn't understand.
I can't believe that, she would do that. I can't believe that there was 4 other girls there and nobody could help my son.
47-year-old Brenda Ross lives at the house where Holton died. Police charged her with manslaughter, endangering the welfare of a child, and tampering with evidence. Police say Holton ingested Triple C, a cough and cold medicine, and Roth gave the 200-plus pound boy Oxycontin. Instead of calling 911, Roth allegedly instructed the 4 girls there to hide the drugs and lied to police. This is the house on Deer River Road in the town of Denmark where police say Derek died, and his mother never knew he was here.
I thought, that's where he was going, was to spend the night at his friend's. He had left earlier in the day, like he does routinely, to go hang out with his friends, because that was just Derek.
But Derek wasn't at his friend's house. He was with Ross and her daughter and 3 other girls. In fact, Amber called Derek 4 or 5 times to check in on him just before he died. He didn't pick up. and she figured he was sleeping.
And I don't want anybody to remember him for that reason, because that wasn't Derek. That was not something he did.
Ross has been in trouble several times with Carthage police. In 2010, she was arrested for allegedly throwing an underage party with pot and alcohol at her old house in Carthage.
I know this probably sounds awful, and I hope people don't take this the wrong way, but I just feel like she needs to hurt the way I'm hurting. I mean, I hope she pays for everything she's done to my child, to anybody else's child.
Derek was big into JV wrestling, football, and weightlifting. Carthage administration say they will continue to teach about the dangers